Struggling to achieve your goals despite working harder? The audiobook, The Detachment Paradox, Why Letting Go is the Fastest Path to Success, unveils a counterintuitive approach to effortless success. Discover how letting go can accelerate your achievements, reduce stress, and unlock your full potential. Learn to navigate life's challenges with confidence and ease. Don't risk missing out on the key to true fulfillment and rapid progress. Transform your approach to success and open doors to unprecedented opportunities. Before we go on, I invite you to download the free bundle, which contains the ebook version of this book and an executive summary of all the chapters with the key takeaways. Studies show that engaging with content through multiple formats significantly enhances learning and retention. Click on the first link in the description to claim your free bundle now and maximize your learning potential. Now it's free, but it won't be for long, so make sure to grab it while you can. Chapter 1, The Paradox Unveiled. In the relentless pursuit of success, we often find ourselves gripping tightly to our goals, expectations, and desired outcomes. We believe that through sheer force of will and unwavering focus, we can bend reality to our wishes. But what if this very approach is holding us back? What if the key to unlocking our full potential and achieving lasting success lies not in holding on, but in letting go? Welcome to the world of the detachment paradox, a revolutionary concept that challenges everything you thought you knew about achieving your dreams. At first glance, the idea of detachment may seem counterintuitive, even reckless. After all, how can we possibly succeed if we're not fully committed to our goals? The answer lies in a profound shift in perspective that has the power to transform your life. The detachment paradox posits that by releasing our grip on specific outcomes and expectations, we open ourselves to a world of possibilities that rigid attachment often obscures. It's a concept that flies in the face of conventional wisdom, yet it holds the key to accelerated growth, reduced stress, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. As you embark on this journey through the detachment paradox, you'll discover how to harness the power of letting go to propel yourself towards success with greater ease and speed than you ever thought possible. This book will guide you through the process of understanding and embracing detachment as a catalyst for personal and professional growth. But what exactly can you expect to achieve as you delve into these pages? First and foremost, you'll gain a deep understanding of the fundamental principles of detachment. This isn't about apathy or giving up on your dreams. Rather, it's about approaching your goals from a place of inner calm and flexibility. You'll learn to recognize how attachment impacts various aspects of your life, often in ways you may not have realized. Armed with this knowledge, you'll be equipped to begin implementing initial strategies for letting go, setting the stage for profound personal transformation. Over time, as you continue to practice and integrate the principles of detachment into your daily life, you'll likely experience accelerated progress towards your goals. This may seem paradoxical, but by releasing your death grip on specific outcomes, you'll find yourself more adaptable and open to opportunities that arise along the way. Your resilience in the face of setbacks will grow as you learn to view challenges as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Perhaps most importantly, you'll discover a sense of sustained personal fulfillment and reduce stress as you learn to find joy in the journey rather than fixating solely on the destination. The path to mastering detachment involves several crucial steps, each building upon the last. The journey begins with identifying areas of attachment in your life, those things, people, or outcomes to which you cling most tightly. This awareness is the foundation for change, as you can't address what you don't recognize. From there, you'll learn to practice mindfulness and presence, developing the ability to observe your thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them. This heightened awareness will enhance your ability to detach effectively, allowing you to respond to life's challenges with clarity and purpose rather than reacting from a place of attachment. As you progress, you'll cultivate a mindset that's open to change and uncertainty. This may feel uncomfortable at first, but it's a crucial step in embracing the detachment paradox. By learning to see uncertainty as a field of possibility rather than a threat, you'll position yourself to seize opportunities that others might miss. These steps are carefully ordered to build upon one another, creating a solid foundation for lasting change. Awareness of attachment is the crucial first step, as it illuminates the patterns and behaviors that may be holding you back. Mindfulness then provides the tools to observe and understand these attachments without judgment, creating space for change. Finally, embracing uncertainty allows you to put detachment into practice, opening yourself to new possibilities and accelerated growth. At the heart of the detachment paradox lies a fundamental truth about human nature: our desire for control. We cling to the illusion that if we just try hard enough, plan meticulously enough, or want something badly enough, we can guarantee specific outcomes. This illusion of control provides a sense of security, but it also creates immense pressure and sets us up for disappointment when things don't go according to plan. Letting go seems counterintuitive because it challenges this deeply ingrained belief in control. It asks us to trust in the process of life, to remain committed to our goals while releasing our attachment to how exactly they must unfold. This shift can feel frightening at first, as if we're relinquishing our power. In reality, we're tapping into a deeper source of strength and resilience. The cost of clinging to outcomes and expectations is often higher than we realize. Constant striving and the need for control can lead to chronic stress and eventual burnout. When we're rigidly attached to a specific vision of success, we may push ourselves relentlessly, ignoring the toll on our physical and mental health. Moreover, this attachment can create tunnel vision, limiting our perspective and causing us to miss valuable opportunities that don't fit our preconceived notions of how things should unfold. In contrast, the promise of detachment is a life of greater ease, flexibility, and fulfillment. By letting go of the need to control every aspect of our journey, we open ourselves to a world of possibilities. Detachment allows us to remain committed to our goals while staying open to various paths to achieve them. This flexibility can lead to accelerated success as we become more adept at recognizing and seizing opportunities that arise. Imagine approaching your goals with a sense of calm determination rather than anxious striving. Picture yourself navigating setbacks with resilience and grace, knowing that each challenge holds the seed of a new opportunity. Envision achieving your dreams while maintaining a sense of balance and inner peace. This is the promise of the detachment paradox. As we conclude this introduction to the detachment paradox, you may find yourself both intrigued and skeptical. How exactly does one put these principles into practice? What specific techniques can help you cultivate detachment in your daily life? And how can you maintain this mindset in the face of life's inevitable challenges? The chapters that follow will delve deeper into these questions, providing practical strategies and insights to help you master the art of detachment. From understanding the nature of attachment to redefining your concept of success, each chapter builds upon the last, guiding you towards a more empowered and fulfilling way of living. As you turn the page to Chapter 2, Understanding Attachment, prepare to embark on a journey of self-discovery. You'll uncover the hidden ways attachment may be limiting your potential and learn how to break free from these self-imposed constraints. The path to true success, effortless, fulfilling, and sustainable, lies just ahead. Are you ready to let go and embrace the paradox? Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to Grow to the Top and activate notifications to receive more self-improvement tips that will supercharge your growth. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. It really helps the channel grow. Thank you for your support. Chapter 2, Understanding Attachment. As we embark on this journey of understanding attachment, imagine for a moment that your mind is like a vast, intricate network of threads. Each thread represents a connection to something in your life: a goal, a belief, a person, or an expectation. Some threads are loose and flexible, allowing for movement and growth. Others, however, are pulled taut, creating tension and restricting your ability to adapt and flourish. These tightly drawn threads are what we call attachments, and they play a crucial role in shaping our experiences and limiting our potential. But what exactly are these attachments, and why do they hold such power over us? To truly grasp the nature of attachment, we must first understand its origins and how it manifests in our daily lives. Only then can we begin to unravel these constraining threads and open ourselves to new possibilities. At its core, attachment is a deeply ingrained psychological mechanism. It's rooted in our evolutionary history, a survival strategy that helped our ancestors form close bonds and navigate a dangerous world. This instinct to cling tightly to what we perceive as essential for our well-being served us well in primitive times. However, in our modern context, it often creates unnecessary stress and limits our ability to adapt and grow. Understanding attachment is crucial for achieving fast, effortless success. It might seem counterintuitive at first. After all, isn't strong attachment to our goals what drives us forward? But as we'll discover, there's a subtle yet powerful distinction between attachment and commitment that can make all the difference in our journey towards success. By identifying our attachments, we begin to remove self-imposed obstacles that have been holding us back. These obstacles often masquerade as necessities or even virtues. We might believe that our rigid adherence to a specific plan or our unwavering focus on a particular outcome is the key to our success. In reality, these attachments can blind us to alternative paths and opportunities that could lead us to our goals more efficiently. Moreover, understanding the nature of attachment accelerates personal development in ways you might not expect. As we become aware of our attachments, we gain insight into our deepest fears, desires, and motivations. This self-knowledge is invaluable, providing a solid foundation for growth and transformation. To truly grasp the nature of attachment, we need to delve deeper into its psychological origins. Attachment behaviors are hardwired into our brains from infancy. As babies, we form strong attachments to our caregivers as a means of ensuring our survival. This early programming sets the stage for how we form attachments throughout our lives. As we grow, these attachment patterns extend beyond people to include ideas, beliefs, and expectations. We become attached to certain outcomes, convinced that our happiness or success depends on things unfolding in a specific way. This attachment to outcomes is where we often find ourselves trapped, unable to adapt when life inevitably throws us curveballs. It's important to note that attachment isn't inherently negative. It's a natural part of the human experience. The problem arises when our attachments become so rigid that they limit our ability to grow and adapt. This is where we need to understand the crucial difference between attachment and commitment. Attachment binds us to specific outcomes or ways of being. It's characterized by a sense of desperation or fear. If things don't go exactly as planned, we feel our world might fall apart. Commitment, on the other hand, is about dedicating ourselves to a goal or value while remaining flexible about how we achieve it. Commitment allows us to stay true to our purpose without becoming overly fixated on the details of how it manifests. Understanding this distinction is key to harnessing the power of detachment. It allows us to remain dedicated to our goals and values while releasing our grip on exactly how they should unfold. This flexibility opens us up to a world of possibilities we might otherwise miss. So, how exactly does attachment limit us? One of the primary ways is through the cultivation of fixed mindsets. When we're strongly attached to certain beliefs or ways of doing things, we become resistant to new ideas or approaches. We might dismiss valuable feedback or opportunities simply because they don't align with our preconceived notions of how things should be. This fixed mindset creates a sort of mental rigidity that stifles creativity and innovation. It's like trying to navigate a complex maze while refusing to look at the map. We become so focused on our chosen path that we fail to see the shortcuts or alternative routes that could lead us to our destination more quickly and easily. Moreover, attachment breeds a strong resistance to change. Change is an inevitable part of life and a crucial component of growth and success. Yet when we're tightly attached to our current circumstances, ideas, or methods, we often find ourselves fighting against necessary changes rather than embracing them. This resistance to change can manifest in subtle ways. Perhaps you find yourself procrastinating on starting a new project because it requires learning a new skill. Or maybe you're hesitant to explore new business opportunities because they don't fit your original vision. These are signs that attachment is holding you back, keeping you tethered to the familiar even when it's no longer serving your best interests. Recognizing our personal attachments is a crucial step in the journey towards detachment, but it's not always easy. Our attachments often disguise themselves as virtues: dedication, loyalty, or perseverance. To uncover them, we need to look closely at our behaviors and emotional responses. One way to identify clinging behaviors is to pay attention to your stress responses. When do you feel anxious or upset? What situations make you feel like you're losing control? These emotional reactions often point to areas where you're overly attached. It's also important to assess your emotional investments. Where are you expending the most emotional energy? What outcomes or situations do you find yourself constantly worrying about or trying to control? These are likely areas of strong attachment. To help you in this process of self-discovery, there are practical exercises you can undertake. One effective method is creating an attachment inventory. Take some time to list out the things, people, ideas, or outcomes that you feel strongly connected to. Then, evaluate the impact these attachments have on your life. Are they serving you well, or are they creating unnecessary stress and limiting your growth? Another valuable practice is reflection journaling. Set aside time each day to reflect on moments when you felt strongly attached to something. What triggered these feelings? How did they affect your actions and decisions? Over time, this practice can help you identify patterns in your attachment behaviors. As you engage in these exercises and begin to understand your attachments, you'll likely experience a range of outcomes. At the very least, you'll gain increased self-awareness. This alone is a valuable achievement, as it sets the stage for further growth and change. With continued practice, you may find yourself able to let go of minor attachments more easily. This is an excellent outcome, as it demonstrates that you're developing the skills of detachment and applying them in your daily life. The best possible outcome is a significant reduction in stress, coupled with a greater sense of openness to life's possibilities. As you release your attachments, you may find that situations that once caused you great anxiety now feel manageable. You might also notice new opportunities presenting themselves, as your newfound flexibility allows you to see possibilities you previously overlooked. Of course, the process of understanding and releasing attachments isn't always smooth sailing. You may encounter challenges along the way. One common issue is feeling overwhelmed by the sheer number of attachments you recognize in yourself. If this happens, remember that change is a gradual process. Focus on one attachment at a time, starting with those that seem to be causing the most stress or limiting your growth the most significantly. Another potential stumbling block is difficulty in identifying your attachments. We're often too close to our own patterns to see them clearly. If you're struggling with this, consider seeking feedback from trusted friends, family members, or a professional coach. Sometimes, an outside perspective can illuminate attachments we've been blind to. As we conclude this exploration of attachment, you may find yourself at a crossroads. The path of attachment is familiar, well-worn, and seemingly safe. But now you've glimpsed another way, a path of flexibility, openness, and potential. The journey ahead promises growth, but it also requires courage. Are you ready to loosen your grip on the familiar and step into the unknown? In the next chapter, we'll delve into the heart of our journey, the art of letting go. But be warned, as we venture deeper into the realm of detachment, you may find that everything you thought you knew about achieving your goals is about to be turned on its head. Are you prepared to challenge your deepest assumptions about success and discover a new way of moving through the world? Chapter 3, The Letting Go. As we embark on this pivotal chapter, imagine standing at the edge of a cliff. The view before you is breathtaking, filled with endless possibilities. Yet, to truly experience what lies ahead, you must do something that goes against every instinct you've cultivated throughout your life. You must let go. The concept of letting go is often misunderstood. It's not about giving up or surrendering your dreams. Rather, it's a profound shift in how you approach your goals and navigate the journey of life. It's about loosening your grip on the reins of control and opening yourself to the vast potential that uncertainty holds. But why is this process of letting go so crucial for achieving fast, effortless success? The answer lies in the very nature of progress and opportunity. When we cling tightly to our preconceived notions of how things should unfold, we create invisible barriers that hinder our advancement. These barriers, born from our need for control, often blind us to alternative paths and unexpected opportunities. Letting go eliminates these self-imposed obstacles. It's like clearing a cluttered room. Suddenly, you can see the space for what it is, full of potential rather than limitations. This clarity allows you to move forward with greater ease and speed, unencumbered by the weight of rigid expectations. Moreover, embracing uncertainty opens doors to new possibilities. When we release our tight grip on specific outcomes, we become more receptive to opportunities that we might have otherwise overlooked. It's in this state of openness that innovation thrives and unexpected successes often emerge. But how do we begin this process of letting go? It starts with a fundamental shift in perspective, the acceptance of uncertainty. This doesn't mean resigning yourself to chaos or giving up on your goals. Instead, it's about recognizing that the path to success is rarely a straight line, and that the twists and turns along the way often lead to even better outcomes than we initially imagined. Accepting uncertainty means acknowledging that we can't control every aspect of our lives or predict every outcome. It's about finding comfort in the discomfort of the unknown. This shift in mindset is liberating, reducing the anxiety that comes from trying to micromanage every detail of our lives and careers. Hand in hand with accepting uncertainty comes the challenging task of surrendering the ego. Our egos, those parts of us that crave recognition and fear failure, often drive our need for control. They whisper that we must maintain a tight grip on every aspect of our lives to avoid disappointment or embarrassment. Surrendering the ego doesn't mean losing your sense of self or your ambitions. Rather, it's about loosening the connection between your self-worth and specific outcomes. It's recognizing that your value isn't determined by whether every plan unfolds exactly as you envisioned. As you begin to grasp these concepts, you might wonder how to put them into practice. There are several techniques that can help you in the process of letting go. One powerful approach is cognitive reframing. This involves consciously changing the way you perceive situations, especially those that feel uncertain or out of your control. For instance, instead of viewing an unexpected change in your career as a setback, you might reframe it as an opportunity to explore new paths and develop new skills. This shift in perspective can transform anxiety into excitement, resistance into curiosity. Another effective technique involves visualization exercises. These can help you become more comfortable with the idea of letting go and embracing uncertainty. You might visualize yourself as a leaf floating down a river, moving with the current rather than fighting against it. Or imagine releasing balloons into the sky, each one representing a worry or a need for control that you're letting go of. Of course, the process of letting go isn't without its challenges. One of the biggest obstacles you'll likely face is the fear of loss. This fear is deeply ingrained in our psyche, a remnant of our evolutionary past when losing control could mean the difference between survival and demise. Understanding the mechanisms behind this fear is the first step in overcoming it. Recognize that your brain is wired to resist uncertainty, to cling to the familiar, even when it's no longer serving you. This awareness alone can help you approach your fears with more compassion and rationality. Building trust in the process is another crucial aspect of overcoming the fear of loss. This trust doesn't develop overnight. It's cultivated through experience and practice. Start small, letting go in low-stakes situations, and gradually work your way up to bigger challenges. Each time you survive, and perhaps even thrive, in the face of uncertainty, you build evidence that letting go is not only safe, but often beneficial. To help you in this journey of letting go, there are practical exercises you can incorporate into your daily life. One powerful practice is the letting go meditation. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. As thoughts and worries arise, imagine them as leaves floating down a stream. Acknowledge them, then let them drift away. This practice helps train your mind to release control and find peace in the present moment. Another valuable exercise is fear setting. This involves identifying your fears associated with letting go and planning how you'd respond if they came to pass. Often, when we shine a light on our fears, we realize they're not as insurmountable as they seemed in the shadows of our minds. As you engage in these practices and begin to master the art of letting go, you'll likely experience a range of positive outcomes. At the very least, you'll notice a reduction in anxiety. The constant worry about controlling every aspect of your life will begin to fade, replaced by a sense of ease and flow. With continued practice, you may find yourself becoming more adaptable. Changes that once would have thrown you off course now become opportunities for growth and exploration. This increased flexibility is a valuable asset in our rapidly changing world, allowing you to navigate challenges with grace and seize opportunities as they arise. The best possible outcome is a profound sense of freedom and empowerment. As you release the need for control, you may discover a wellspring of creativity and potential within yourself. You'll feel more alive, more present, and more capable of achieving your goals with ease and joy. Of course, the journey of letting go isn't always smooth sailing. You may encounter resistance along the way. This resistance is natural. It's your mind's way of clinging to the familiar, even when the familiar isn't serving you well. If you find yourself struggling to let go, try a gradual approach. Start with small, low-stakes situations and slowly work your way up to bigger challenges. Each small success will build your confidence and make the next step easier. Another common pitfall is misinterpreting letting go as indifference. Remember, letting go isn't about giving up on your goals or becoming passive in the face of life's challenges. It's about releasing your attachment to specific outcomes while remaining committed to your overall vision. If you find yourself slipping into apathy, take a moment to reconnect with your core values and aspirations. Reaffirm your commitment to your goals, but hold that commitment with an open hand rather than a clenched fist. As we conclude this exploration of letting go, you may find yourself at the threshold of a new way of being. The path ahead promises greater freedom, creativity, and success. But it also requires courage, the courage to release your grip on the familiar and step into the unknown. In the next chapter, we'll delve into a powerful tool that can support you on this journey of letting go. It's a practice that has the potential to transform not just how you approach your goals, but how you experience every moment of your life. Are you ready to discover the secret to navigating life's uncertainties with grace and ease? The answer may be closer than you think, hiding in plain sight within the fabric of your everyday experience. Chapter 4: Mindfulness Matters. In our fast-paced world, where success often seems to hinge on constant motion and relentless pursuit, there's a powerful secret hiding in plain sight. It's a practice that, at first glance, might seem at odds with the very notion of achievement. Yet, as we'll discover, it holds the key to unlocking levels of focus, productivity, and well-being that can propel us towards our goals with surprising ease and speed. This secret is not about doing more or pushing harder. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's about learning to be still, to be present, to be mindful. But what exactly does this mean? And how can it possibly lead to faster, more effortless success? To understand the power of this practice, we need to first recognize a fundamental truth about human nature. Our minds are constantly in motion, darting between memories of the past and projections of the future. We're rarely fully present in the current moment. This constant mental chatter, while natural, often creates a fog that obscures our clarity and drains our energy. Mindfulness, at its core, is about cutting through this fog. It's about training our attention to focus on the present moment without judgment. This might sound simple, even trivial, but as we'll explore, This seemingly small shift in awareness can have profound implications for every aspect of our lives, including our pursuit of success. One of the most immediate benefits of cultivating mindfulness is enhanced focus and productivity. In a world full of distractions, the ability to direct and sustain our attention is becoming increasingly valuable. Mindfulness trains this mental muscle, allowing us to concentrate more deeply and for longer periods. Moreover, being present reduces stress and improves decision-making. When we're fully engaged in the current moment, we're less likely to be caught up in anxieties about the future or regrets about the past. This mental clarity allows us to respond to challenges more effectively, rather than reacting based on habitual patterns or emotional impulses. But how exactly do we harness this power of presence? It starts with recognizing the value of living in the now. Most of us spend a significant portion of our lives either rehashing past events or worrying about future outcomes. While some degree of reflection and planning is necessary, excessive focus on the past or future robs us of the only moment we can actually influence, the present. Living in the now doesn't mean ignoring our goals or forgetting our experiences. Instead, it's about bringing our full attention to whatever we're doing in the current moment. Whether we're working on a project, having a conversation, or even doing mundane tasks, being fully present allows us to engage more deeply and effectively. Another crucial aspect of mindfulness is cultivating awareness without judgment. Our minds have a tendency to constantly evaluate and categorize our experiences as good or bad, desirable or undesirable. This habit of judgment often leads to unnecessary stress and emotional turbulence. Mindfulness teaches us to observe our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without immediately reacting to or judging them. This non-judgmental awareness creates a space between stimulus and response, allowing us to choose our actions more consciously rather than being driven by automatic reactions. So how do we begin to cultivate this mindful presence in our daily lives? There are several practices that can help us develop this skill. One of the most fundamental is breath awareness. The breath is always with us, making it a perfect anchor for our attention. By regularly taking a few moments to focus on our breath, we can train our minds to return to the present moment. To practice breath awareness, simply bring your attention to the sensation of breathing. Notice the air moving in and out of your nose or the rise and fall of your chest or abdomen. When your mind inevitably wanders, gently bring your attention back to the breath. This simple exercise, practiced regularly, can significantly enhance your ability to stay present and focused. Another powerful practice is mindful meditation. This involves setting aside dedicated time to sit quietly and observe your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations. The goal isn't to empty your mind or achieve a state of bliss. Rather, it's to develop a non-judgmental awareness of your moment-to-moment experience. As you sit in meditation, you might notice how quickly your mind jumps from one thought to another. You might become aware of physical sensations you usually ignore, or emotions bubbling beneath the surface. The key is to observe these phenomena without getting caught up in them. Over time, this practice can lead to profound insights about your mental patterns and a greater ability to stay centered amidst life's ups and downs. While dedicated mindfulness practices are valuable, the real power of mindfulness comes from integrating it into your daily life. Mindful communication, for instance, can dramatically improve your relationships and professional interactions. This involves giving your full attention to the person you're speaking with, listening deeply without immediately formulating your response, and being aware of your own reactions and judgments as they arise. You can also apply mindfulness to enhance your focus and clarity during work or study. Before starting a task, take a few moments to center yourself with some deep breaths. As you work, periodically check in with yourself. Are you fully present, or has your mind wandered? If it has, gently bring your attention back to the task at hand. This simple practice can significantly boost your productivity and the quality of your work. One particularly effective way to incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine is through mindful walking. This practice involves bringing your full attention to the experience of walking, whether you're taking a dedicated mindful walk or simply moving from one place to another during your day. As you walk, notice the sensation of your feet touching the ground. Feel the movement of your legs and the swing of your arms. Observe your breath and the rhythm of your steps. Take in the sights, sounds, and smells around you. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to the physical sensations of walking. This practice not only cultivates mindfulness, but also provides a refreshing break that can enhance your overall well-being and productivity. As you begin to incorporate these mindfulness practices into your life, you may notice a range of positive outcomes. At the very least, you're likely to experience improved concentration. You may find it easier to focus on tasks without getting distracted, leading to increased productivity and efficiency. With continued practice, many people report experiencing greater emotional balance. The non-judgmental awareness cultivated through mindfulness can help you respond to challenging situations with more equanimity, rather than being tossed about by emotional reactions. The best possible outcome is a deep sense of inner peace and heightened awareness. This doesn't mean you'll never experience stress or negative emotions. Rather, it's a fundamental shift in how you relate to your experiences. You may find yourself able to navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease, maintaining a sense of calm and clarity even in challenging situations. Of course, like any worthwhile endeavor, cultivating mindfulness comes with its challenges. One common difficulty is maintaining a consistent practice. In our busy lives, it's easy to forget or to convince ourselves we don't have time for mindfulness. If you find yourself struggling to maintain your practice, start small. Even a few minutes of mindfulness each day can make a difference. Gradually increase the duration as it becomes a habit. Another common challenge is frustration with distractions. During mindfulness practice, you may become acutely aware of how often your mind wanders. Remember, noticing that your mind has wandered is itself an act of mindfulness. When you notice your attention has drifted, simply acknowledge the thought or distraction without judgment and gently bring your focus back to your chosen point of attention. As we conclude this exploration of mindfulness, you may find yourself intrigued by the potential of this practice. The promise of enhanced focus, reduced stress, and greater clarity is certainly appealing. But there's more to this journey than meets the eye. In the next chapter, we'll delve into a state of being that mindfulness can help us access. A state where time seems to slow down, where effort becomes effortless, and where our highest potential unfolds naturally. It's a state you've likely experienced before, perhaps without even realizing it. Are you ready to discover how to tap into this powerful state at will and use it to accelerate your journey towards success? The key lies in understanding a phenomenon that has fascinated psychologists and high achievers alike for decades. Let's explore the mystery of flow. Chapter 5. Embracing Flow. Have you ever experienced a moment when time seemed to stand still, yet paradoxically fly by? A state where your actions felt effortless, your focus laser-sharp, and your creativity boundless? If so, you've had a taste of what psychologists call flow, a mental state that holds the key to unlocking your highest potential and achieving success with remarkable ease. But what exactly is this elusive state of flow, and why is it so crucial for achieving fast, effortless success? To understand its power, we need to delve into the nature of human performance and the conditions that allow us to operate at our peak. At its core, flow is a state of total immersion in an activity. It's when you're so engaged in what you're doing that everything else fades away. Your sense of self dissolves, your awareness merges with the task at hand, and you enter a realm of pure experience and action. In this state, productivity soars, creativity flourishes, and complex problems often find elegant solutions. The importance of flow in achieving fast, effortless success cannot be overstated. When in flow, we tap into reserves of energy and ability that often lie dormant in our day-to-day lives. Tasks that might normally feel tedious or challenging become enjoyable and seemingly effortless. This enhanced productivity isn't about working harder, It's about working in alignment with our natural rhythms and capacities. Moreover, being fully engaged in flow leads to higher quality results. When we're in this state, our full attention is devoted to the task at hand. We're not distracted by worries about the future or regrets about the past. This intense focus allows us to notice subtleties and make connections that we might otherwise miss, leading to more innovative and effective solutions. To truly harness the power of flow, we need to understand its characteristics. Flow isn't just a vague feeling of being in the zone. It has specific, identifiable features that set it apart from other mental states. One key characteristic is a sense of effortless action. In flow, even challenging tasks feel natural and easy. There's a feeling of being carried along by the activity rather than having to force yourself to concentrate. Another hallmark is a distorted sense of time. Hours can pass in what feels like minutes, or a brief moment can seem to stretch out indefinitely. Flow also involves a loss of self-consciousness. The inner critic that often comments on our performance falls silent, allowing us to act without second-guessing ourselves. There's a sense of control, not over external circumstances, but over our own actions and responses. And perhaps most notably, flow is intrinsically rewarding. The experience itself becomes the motivation, rather than any external reward or recognition. A crucial factor in achieving flow is the balance between challenge and skill. If a task is too easy, we become bored. If it's too difficult, we become anxious. Flow occurs in that sweet spot where the challenge of the task matches or slightly exceeds our skill level. This balance creates a sense of stretching our abilities without becoming overwhelmed. Understanding these characteristics is the first step in learning to cultivate flow. But how do we actually achieve this state? Paradoxically, one of the most effective ways to enter flow is through detachment, specifically, detachment from outcomes. When we're overly focused on the results of our actions, we create mental tension that can prevent us from fully engaging in the present moment. We become self-conscious, worried about failure, or overly eager for success. This preoccupation with outcomes pulls us out of the present moment and disrupts the very conditions necessary for flow. By letting go of our attachment to specific outcomes, we free ourselves to fully immerse in the activity at hand. This doesn't mean we don't care about results. Rather, it means we trust in the process and allow the outcomes to unfold naturally as a result of our engaged action. This detachment allows for total immersion in the activity. When we're not constantly checking our progress or worrying about the end result, we can give our full attention to each step of the process. This complete engagement is the essence of flow. The benefits of regularly experiencing flow are profound and far-reaching. One of the most notable is enhanced creativity. In flow, our minds make connections more readily, and we're more open to novel ideas and approaches. The relaxed yet focused state of flow allows our subconscious mind to contribute insights that might not surface during normal, more stressed states of consciousness. Flow also leads to improved performance across a wide range of activities. Whether you're working on a complex project, engaging in physical exercise, or creating art, flow allows you to perform at your peak. The combination of intense focus, effortless action, and loss of self-consciousness creates ideal conditions for excellence. So how can we cultivate more flow in our lives? One practical exercise is to start identifying flow activities, tasks, or situations that tend to induce this state for you. These can vary widely from person to person. For some, it might be writing or coding. For others, it could be playing a musical instrument or engaging in a sport. To identify your flow activities, reflect on times when you've lost track of time while engaged in a task. When have you felt fully absorbed with a sense of effortless action? These are likely your flow activities. Once you've identified them, you can intentionally create more opportunities to engage in these activities. It's also worth noting that flow isn't limited to traditionally creative or athletic pursuits. With the right mindset, even routine tasks can become flow activities. The key is to approach them with full engagement and a spirit of curiosity. As you begin to cultivate flow in your life, you may notice a range of positive outcomes. At the very least, you're likely to experience increased enjoyment of tasks. Activities that you once found tedious may become engaging when approached with a flow mindset. With continued practice, many people report regular experiences of flow. This doesn't mean you'll be in flow all the time. That's neither possible nor desirable. But you may find yourself slipping into this state more easily and frequently, especially during important or challenging tasks. The best possible outcome is consistent peak performance and innovation. When flow becomes a regular part of your work and creative process, you may find yourself consistently operating at levels that once seemed exceptional. Problems that once stumped you might yield to your flow-enhanced creativity. And you may discover innovative solutions and ideas that give you a significant edge in your field. Of course, cultivating flow isn't without its challenges. One common difficulty is entering the flow state in the first place. If you find yourself struggling to achieve flow, try minimizing distractions in your environment. Create a dedicated space for your flow activities, free from interruptions. Also, pay attention to the difficulty level of your tasks. If you're not entering flow, you may need to adjust the challenge level, either increasing it if you're bored or decreasing it if you're feeling overwhelmed. Another potential pitfall is becoming overly reliant on flow states. While flow is incredibly beneficial, it's important to balance flow activities with other responsibilities. Not every task in life can or should be a flow activity. Learning to navigate both flow states and more mundane tasks is part of developing a well-rounded approach to success. As we conclude this exploration of flow, you may find yourself eager to experience more of this optimal state in your own life. The promise of enhanced creativity, improved performance, and greater enjoyment is certainly alluring. But as powerful as flow is, it's just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to achieving lasting success and fulfillment. In the next chapter, we'll delve into a concept that has the power to revolutionize not just how you work, but how you define success itself. It's an approach that challenges conventional wisdom and promises to align your pursuits with your deepest values and aspirations. Are you ready to question everything you thought you knew about what it means to be successful? Prepare to embark on a journey that could fundamentally shift your perspective on achievement and fulfillment. Chapter 6. Redefining Success. What if everything you thought you knew about success was wrong? What if the very metrics you've been using to measure your achievements were actually holding you back from true fulfillment and effortless progress? In this chapter, we're going to challenge some deeply ingrained notions about success and explore a revolutionary approach that could transform not just how you work, but how you live. The concept of success is something we rarely question. From a young age, we're taught to strive for certain markers of achievement: good grades, prestigious jobs, financial wealth, social status. These external validations become the yardsticks by which we measure our worth and progress. But what if there was another way? A way that not only leads to greater satisfaction, but also accelerates your journey towards your goals. This is where the process of redefining success comes into play. It's not about lowering your ambitions or settling for less. Rather, it's about aligning your goals with your intrinsic values and motivations. When we do this, something remarkable happens. Our pursuit of success becomes not just easier, but more fulfilling and sustainable. But why is this realignment so crucial for achieving fast, effortless success? The answer lies in the nature of motivation and human psychology. When our goals are in harmony with our core values, we tap into a wellspring of intrinsic motivation. This isn't the kind of motivation that requires constant willpower or external rewards. It's a natural drive that comes from within, propelling us forward with an ease that can feel almost magical. Moreover, when we pursue a version of success that's authentic to us, we significantly reduce the stress and anxiety that often accompany achievement-oriented lifestyles. No longer are we constantly comparing ourselves to others or striving to meet external expectations that may not resonate with our true selves. This reduction in stress not only improves our overall well-being, but also frees up mental and emotional energy that can be channeled into productive pursuits. To embark on this journey of redefinition, we must first question conventional notions of success. Society often emphasizes external metrics of achievement, income levels, job titles, material possessions. While these can be important, they often fail to capture the essence of true fulfillment. They're like trying to measure the depth of an ocean with a ruler designed for land. Instead, we need to shift our focus to internal metrics. How do you feel about your work? Are you growing and learning? Do you have a sense of purpose? These internal measures often provide a more accurate gauge of genuine success and satisfaction. This shift in focus also requires us to reevaluate our understanding of happiness. Many of us operate under the assumption that success will lead to happiness. We think, once I achieve X, then I'll be happy. But psychological research suggests that this formula is backwards. Happiness and fulfillment often precede and facilitate success, not the other way around. By redefining success in terms of personal growth, meaningful relationships, and contribution to others, we open ourselves to a more holistic and satisfying experience of achievement. This doesn't mean abandoning ambition or material goals. Rather, it means pursuing them from a place of alignment with our deepest values. So how do we begin to align our goals with our personal values? The first step is to identify what those core values actually are. This might seem simple, but many of us have never taken the time to truly reflect on what matters most to us, independent of societal expectations or ingrained habits. Take a moment to consider, what brings you a sense of meaning and purpose? What activities make you lose track of time? What would you do with your life if money were no object? These questions can help uncover your authentic values and priorities. Once you've identified your core values, the next step is to set goals that are in harmony with these values. This doesn't mean abandoning all practical considerations, but rather ensuring that your objectives resonate with your authentic self. For example, if one of your core values is creativity, how can you incorporate more creative expression into your career goals? If connection is important to you, how can your personal and professional aspirations reflect this? This process of alignment leads us to embrace intrinsic motivation, the drive that comes from within rather than from external rewards or pressures. When we're intrinsically motivated, we engage in activities for their own sake, for the inherent satisfaction they provide. This is in contrast to extrinsic motivation, which relies on external rewards or punishments. Intrinsic motivation is powerful because it taps into the joy of the journey itself. When we're driven by internal rewards, the pleasure of learning, the satisfaction of growth, the sense of purpose, we're more likely to persist in the face of challenges and to find enjoyment in the process of working towards our goals. This shift towards intrinsic motivation also leads to more sustainable fulfillment. External rewards can provide a temporary boost of happiness, but they often lead to a hedonic treadmill effect, where we constantly need more to maintain the same level of satisfaction. Intrinsic rewards, on the other hand, provide a deeper, more lasting sense of contentment and purpose. To help you in this process of redefining success, there are practical exercises you can undertake. One powerful tool is a values assessment. This involves taking time to reflect deeply on what truly matters to you. Consider different areas of your life, career, relationships, personal growth, community, and identify what you find most meaningful in each. Once you've clarified your values, the next step is goal realignment. Look at your current goals and aspirations. How well do they align with the values you've identified? Are there areas where you're pursuing objectives that don't resonate with your authentic self? This is an opportunity to adjust your goals to better reflect your personal values. As you engage in this process of redefinition, you're likely to experience a range of positive outcomes. At the very least, you'll gain clarity on what success truly means to you. This alone can be transformative, providing a sense of direction and purpose that may have been lacking before. With continued reflection and alignment, you may find yourself pursuing goals that are in genuine harmony with your values. This doesn't mean the path will always be easy, but it does mean that your efforts will feel more meaningful and satisfying. You'll be working towards objectives that resonate with your authentic self, rather than chasing after someone else's definition of success. The best possible outcome is a deep sense of fulfillment and purpose. When your actions are consistently aligned with your values, you may experience a profound sense of living authentically. This isn't just about feeling good, though that's certainly part of it. It's about experiencing a sense of wholeness and integrity in your life and work. Of course, the journey of redefining success isn't without its challenges. One common difficulty is the conflict between personal values and societal expectations. You may find that your authentic definition of success doesn't match what your family, peers, or broader culture expect of you. This can create tension and self-doubt. If you encounter this conflict, remember that it's okay to chart your own path. Affirm your values and seek out supportive communities that resonate with your authentic vision of success. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals can provide encouragement and validation as you pursue your unique journey. Another potential stumbling block is uncertainty about your true values. After years of conforming to external expectations, you may find it challenging to discern what truly matters to you. If you're struggling with this, engage in self-exploration activities. Try new experiences, reflect on past moments of fulfillment, and don't be afraid to question your assumptions about what you should want. As we conclude this exploration of redefining success, you may find yourself at the threshold of a new understanding of achievement and fulfillment. The path ahead promises greater alignment between your actions and your deepest values, leading to a more authentic and satisfying experience of success. But this journey of redefinition is just the beginning. In the next chapter, we'll delve into a dimension of success that's often overlooked, yet crucial for lasting fulfillment and achievement. It's an aspect that has the power to transform not just your personal sense of accomplishment, but also the very fabric of your relationships and interactions with the world. Are you ready to discover the hidden key that can unlock not just your potential, but also your ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience? Prepare to explore a realm of success that goes beyond individual achievement and taps into the very essence of human connection and emotional mastery. Chapter 7: Emotional Freedom. Imagine a life where your emotions no longer control you, but instead become powerful allies in your journey towards success. A world where conflicts dissolve effortlessly, decisions are made with clarity, and relationships flourish with ease. This isn't a far-off utopia, but a very real possibility that lies within your grasp. Welcome to the realm of emotional freedom. But what exactly is emotional freedom, and why is it so crucial for achieving fast, effortless success? At its core, emotional freedom is about liberating yourself from the burdens of reactive emotional patterns. It's about developing the ability to navigate the complex landscape of human emotions with grace and wisdom, rather than being tossed about by every emotional wave that comes your way. The importance of emotional freedom in achieving success cannot be overstated. When we're at the mercy of our emotions, our decision-making abilities are compromised. We react based on immediate feelings rather than long-term goals or rational analysis. This can lead to choices that hinder our progress and create unnecessary obstacles in our path. Moreover, our emotions play a significant role in our interactions with others. When we're emotionally reactive, we're more likely to engage in conflicts, misunderstandings, and strained relationships. These interpersonal challenges can significantly impede our progress, both personally and professionally. By contrast, emotional freedom enhances our decision-making capabilities. When we're not clouded by intense reactive emotions, we can see situations more clearly and make choices that align with our true goals and values. This clarity of mind is invaluable in navigating the complex challenges that often accompany the pursuit of success. Furthermore, emotional freedom dramatically improves our interactions with others. When we're not caught up in reactive emotional patterns, we're better able to communicate effectively, empathize with others, and build strong, supportive relationships. These improved interactions can open doors to new opportunities and create a network of support that propels us towards our goals. To truly understand the power of emotional freedom, we need to first recognize the weight of our emotions. Many of us go through life unaware of the extent to which our emotions influence our thoughts, decisions, and actions. We develop emotional attachments to certain outcomes, ideas, or ways of being, and these attachments can become heavy burdens that hold us back. These emotional attachments often stem from past experiences or deeply ingrained beliefs. For example, a fear of failure might lead us to avoid taking necessary risks, or an attachment to being right might cause us to engage in unnecessary conflicts. Understanding these emotional attachments is the first step towards liberation. The impact of these emotional burdens on our decision-making processes can be profound. When we're caught up in intense emotions, our perspective narrows. We lose sight of the bigger picture and make choices based on short-term emotional relief rather than long-term benefit. This can lead to a cycle of reactive decisions that move us further away from our goals rather than towards them. So how do we begin to free ourselves from these emotional burdens? The key lies in detaching from reactive patterns. This doesn't mean becoming emotionless or suppressing our feelings. Rather, it's about creating a space between the emotional stimulus and our response. The first step in this process is recognizing our emotional triggers. These are the situations, words, or actions that tend to provoke strong emotional reactions in us. By becoming aware of these triggers, we can start to anticipate and prepare for challenging emotional situations. Once we've identified our triggers, we can begin to develop our emotional intelligence. This involves cultivating the ability to recognize and understand our emotions as they arise, without immediately acting on them. It's about developing a kind of internal observer who can witness our emotional responses without being swept away by them. As we develop this capacity for emotional awareness and regulation, we open the door to healthier, more fulfilling relationships. When we're no longer at the mercy of our reactive emotions, we can establish clearer boundaries and interact with others from a place of respect and understanding. Boundaries are crucial in maintaining emotional freedom. They help us define what's acceptable in our relationships and protect us from becoming entangled in others' emotional dramas. By setting and maintaining healthy boundaries, we create space for more authentic and satisfying connections. Clear communication is another vital aspect of cultivating healthy relationships. When we're emotionally free, we can express ourselves more honestly and directly, without the fear or defensiveness that often accompanies emotional reactivity. This clarity in communication helps prevent misunderstandings and fosters deeper, more meaningful connections. To help you on this journey towards emotional freedom, there are practical exercises you can incorporate into your daily life. One powerful tool is emotional journaling. This involves taking time each day to track and reflect on your emotional responses. What triggered you today? How did you react? What were the consequences of your reaction? Over time, this practice can reveal patterns in your emotional responses and provide insights into areas for growth. Another valuable exercise is practicing mindfulness of emotions. This involves observing your feelings as they arise, without judgment. Instead of immediately reacting to an emotion, try to simply notice it. What does it feel like in your body? What thoughts accompany it? This practice of non-judgmental observation can help create that crucial space between stimulus and response. As you engage in these practices and begin to cultivate emotional freedom, you're likely to experience a range of positive outcomes. At the very least, you'll develop better emotional awareness. You'll become more attuned to your emotional states and better able to recognize when you're being driven by reactive patterns. With continued practice, many people report significantly improved relationships. As you become less reactive and more emotionally balanced, you may find that your interactions with others become smoother and more rewarding. Conflicts may decrease, and you might find yourself better able to empathize and connect with others. The best possible outcome is a sense of mastery over your emotional responses. This doesn't mean you'll never experience negative emotions. Rather, it means you'll have the ability to navigate even intense emotional states with grace and wisdom. You'll be able to use your emotions as valuable sources of information and energy rather than being controlled by them. Of course, the journey towards emotional freedom isn't without its challenges. One common pitfall is the tendency to suppress emotions rather than truly detaching from them. Remember, the goal isn't to not feel emotions, but to not be controlled by them. If you find yourself pushing emotions away or trying to numb yourself, take a step back. Practice acknowledging your emotions without attaching to them. Allow yourself to feel, but don't let the feeling dictate your actions. Another challenge many people face is difficulty in identifying their emotional triggers. Our reactions can become so habitual that we don't even notice what sets them off. If you're struggling with this, consider seeking feedback from trusted friends or family members. They may be able to point out patterns that you've overlooked. Additionally, practicing regular self-observation can help you become more attuned to your emotional responses over time. As we conclude this exploration of emotional freedom, you may find yourself standing at the threshold of a new way of being. The path ahead promises greater emotional balance, improved relationships, and a newfound sense of inner peace. But this journey of emotional mastery is just the beginning. In the next chapter, we'll delve into a realm that ties together everything we've explored so far. It's a state of being that represents the pinnacle of personal development and the key to unlocking your fullest potential. Are you ready to discover the ultimate secret to effortless success? Prepare to explore a dimension of achievement that transcends mere skill or knowledge, tapping into the very essence of human potential and self-actualization. Chapter 8: Inner Mastery. Imagine possessing a power so profound that it could transform every aspect of your life. A force that could grant you unwavering clarity in the face of confusion, unshakable calm amidst chaos, and the ability to shape your destiny with precision and purpose. This isn't the stuff of fantasy or science fiction. It's a very real capability that lies dormant within each of us, waiting to be awakened and harnessed. Welcome to the realm of inner mastery. But what exactly is inner mastery, and why is it the key to achieving fast, effortless success? At its core, inner mastery is about gaining control over your internal landscape, your thoughts, emotions, and reactions. It's about becoming the master of your own mind rather than its servant. This might sound simple, but its implications are far-reaching and profound. The importance of inner mastery in achieving success cannot be overstated. When we lack control over our inner world, we're at the mercy of external circumstances. Our progress is inconsistent, subject to the whims of our fluctuating moods and the challenges we face. We might make great strides one day, only to backslide the next when faced with obstacles or self-doubt. By contrast, inner mastery leads to consistent progress. When we have a firm grip on our thoughts and emotions, we can maintain our focus and motivation regardless of external circumstances. This consistency is the bedrock of lasting success, allowing us to make steady progress towards our goals day after day, week after week. Moreover, inner mastery enhances our ability to navigate challenges effectively. Life is full of obstacles and setbacks. Without inner mastery, these challenges can derail us, causing stress, anxiety, and loss of momentum. But when we've cultivated inner mastery, we develop a remarkable resilience. We can face challenges head-on, maintaining our composure and clarity even in the most difficult situations. To truly grasp the power of inner mastery, we need to embark on a journey within. This inward exploration begins with cultivating self-awareness. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which all inner mastery is built. It involves developing a deep understanding of your thoughts, emotions, motivations, and behaviors. This self-awareness isn't about harsh self-criticism or judgment. Instead, it's about observing yourself with curiosity and compassion. What patterns do you notice in your thoughts and behaviors? What triggers certain emotional responses? As you develop this self-awareness, you begin to see the inner workings of your mind more clearly, giving you the insight needed to make meaningful changes. Hand in hand with self-awareness comes the cultivation of self-discipline. Self-discipline is often misunderstood as a kind of rigid self-control or deprivation. But true self-discipline is about aligning your actions with your deepest values and aspirations. It's about making choices that serve your long-term well-being and goals, rather than being swayed by momentary impulses or external pressures. As you develop self-awareness and self-discipline, you lay the groundwork for mastering your thoughts and emotions. This mastery doesn't mean suppressing or denying your thoughts and feelings. Rather, it's about developing the ability to observe and direct them consciously. One powerful technique for mastering your thoughts is cognitive control. This involves learning to identify and reshape unhelpful thought patterns. We all have habitual ways of thinking, some of which serve us well and others which hold us back. By becoming aware of these patterns, we can begin to challenge and change the ones that don't serve us. For example, you might notice a tendency towards all or nothing thinking, where you view situations in extreme terms without acknowledging the nuances. Once you've identified this pattern, you can practice reframing your thoughts in more balanced, realistic ways. Over time, this reshaping of thought patterns can dramatically change your perception of yourself and the world around you. Alongside cognitive control, emotional regulation is a crucial aspect of inner mastery. This involves developing strategies to manage and direct your emotional responses. Again, the goal isn't to suppress emotions, but to respond to them in ways that align with your values and goals. One effective strategy for emotional regulation is the practice of detachment. This doesn't mean becoming cold or unfeeling. Instead, it's about creating a space between your emotions and your reactions. When you feel a strong emotion arising, practice observing it without immediately acting on it. What does the emotion feel like in your body? What thoughts accompany it? By cultivating this observer's perspective, you can respond to your emotions more consciously and effectively. As you develop these skills of cognitive control and emotional regulation, you'll find yourself building a remarkable resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to adapt to change, and to keep going in the face of adversity. It's a crucial quality for achieving lasting success in any area of life. Building resilience involves learning to adapt to challenges rather than being overwhelmed by them. This adaptability comes from a combination of self-awareness, cognitive flexibility, and emotional regulation. When faced with a difficult situation, you'll be able to step back, assess the reality of the situation without catastrophizing, regulate any intense emotions that arise, and then respond in a way that aligns with your goals and values. Moreover, inner mastery allows you to maintain balance amidst chaos. In our fast-paced, ever-changing world, the ability to stay centered and focused, regardless of external circumstances, is invaluable. This doesn't mean you'll never feel stressed or overwhelmed, but it does mean you'll have the tools to return to a state of balance more quickly and easily. To help you on this journey of inner mastery, there are practical exercises you can incorporate into your daily life. One powerful practice is thought monitoring. This involves setting aside time each day to observe and record your thoughts. What recurring patterns do you notice? Are there particular situations that trigger certain types of thoughts? By bringing awareness to your thought patterns, you can begin to reshape them in more helpful ways. As you engage in these practices and cultivate inner mastery, you're likely to experience a range of positive outcomes. At the very least, you'll develop improved self-control. You'll find yourself better able to resist impulsive behaviors and make choices that align with your long-term goals. With continued practice, many people report enhanced resilience. You may find yourself bouncing back more quickly from setbacks, adapting more easily to change, and maintaining your motivation even in the face of challenges. The best possible outcome is a sense of empowerment in making deliberate life choices. When you've achieved a high degree of inner mastery, you're no longer at the mercy of your thoughts, emotions, or external circumstances. Instead, you're able to consciously shape your experiences and direct the course of your life. Of course, the journey towards inner mastery isn't without its challenges. One common difficulty is frustration with slow progress. In our instant gratification culture, we often expect immediate results. But inner mastery is a skill that develops over time with consistent practice. If you find yourself getting frustrated, remember to practice patience. Acknowledge and celebrate small victories along the way. Every moment of self-awareness, every time you successfully regulate an emotion, is a step forward on this journey. Another potential pitfall is an overemphasis on control that leads to rigidity. While self-discipline is important, it's equally crucial to maintain flexibility. Life is inherently unpredictable, and true inner mastery involves being able to adapt to changing circumstances while staying true to your core values. If you find yourself becoming too rigid in your approach, practice balancing discipline with flexibility. Allow yourself to be open to new experiences and perspectives. As we conclude this exploration of inner mastery, you may find yourself standing at the threshold of a profound transformation. The path ahead promises greater control over your internal world, enhanced resilience in the face of challenges, and the power to shape your life with intention and purpose. But this journey of inner mastery, as transformative as it is just the beginning. In the final chapter, we'll explore how to take everything you've learned and integrate it into a cohesive, lifelong practice. We'll delve into the art of sustaining these powerful changes over the long term, ensuring that your journey towards effortless success continues to unfold in ever-expanding ways. Are you ready to discover the secret to making detachment and inner mastery not just a temporary state, but a permanent way of being? Prepare to unlock the final piece of the puzzle, the key to lasting transformation and enduring success. Chapter 9, Beyond Letting Go. As we reach the final chapter of our journey, you might be wondering, what now? You've explored the paradox of detachment, understood the nature of attachment, learned the art of letting go, cultivated mindfulness, embraced flow, redefined success, achieved emotional freedom, and mastered your inner world. But this is not the end. In fact, it's just the beginning of a lifelong journey that promises continuous growth, deeper fulfillment, and effortless success. The principles and practices you've learned throughout this book have the power to fundamentally transform your life. But their true magic lies not in short-term changes, but in their integration into a lifelong practice. This final chapter is about taking everything you've learned and weaving it into the very fabric of your daily existence. Let's start by reflecting on how the knowledge you've gained can empower you. Through the practices of detachment and inner mastery, you've gained unprecedented control over your inner world. No longer are you at the mercy of every passing thought or emotion. Instead, you have the tools to observe, understand, and direct your internal experiences. This newfound control is like having a master key that unlocks every door in your inner landscape. With this key, you can navigate life with a level of confidence and ease that may have seemed impossible before. Challenges that once seemed overwhelming now become opportunities for growth. Decisions that used to paralyze you with anxiety now become clear choices guided by your values and aspirations. You're no longer reacting to life, you're consciously creating it. But the impact of these practices extends far beyond your individual experience. One of the most profound effects of embracing detachment and inner mastery is the transformation of your relationships. As you become more centered and self-aware, you naturally foster deeper connections with others. Your increased emotional intelligence allows you to understand and empathize with others on a deeper level. Moreover, your enhanced communication skills, born from clarity of mind and emotional balance, enable you to express yourself more effectively and listen more attentively. Misunderstandings decrease, conflicts resolve more easily, and your relationships take on a new depth and richness. You become a source of calm and clarity for those around you, naturally inspiring and uplifting others through your presence. Now, let's consider what you'll be able to achieve that you couldn't before. The limitations that once held you back, fear, self-doubt, lack of clarity, begin to dissolve in the light of your newfound awareness and detachment. Goals that once seemed out of reach now become exciting possibilities. You can pursue your aspirations with renewed clarity and purpose, unencumbered by the weight of attachment to specific outcomes. This doesn't mean you'll never face challenges or setbacks, but your approach to these obstacles will be fundamentally different. Instead of being derailed by difficulties, you'll see them as opportunities for growth and learning. Your resilience, built through the practice of detachment and inner mastery, will allow you to bounce back quickly and keep moving forward. As you continue to practice the concepts in this book, you'll find that your results improve with less and less effort. This might sound counterintuitive, but it's a natural consequence of building habits for sustainable success. The practices of detachment, mindfulness, and inner mastery gradually become second nature. What once required conscious effort now happens automatically. This effortless mastery leads to a compounding of personal growth. Each small improvement builds on the last, creating a positive spiral of development. You become more efficient, more effective, and more fulfilled in everything you do. Success begins to flow naturally, not as a result of striving and struggle, but as a natural expression of your aligned and centered state of being. Integrating detachment into your life is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. It involves forming new habits and continuously practicing the principles you've learned. This might involve setting aside time each day for mindfulness practice, regularly checking in with your emotions and thought patterns, or consciously applying the principle of detachment to your daily decisions and interactions. The key is consistency. Small, regular practices are far more effective than sporadic, intense efforts. Make detachment and inner mastery part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth or getting dressed. Over time, these practices will become an integral part of who you are, shaping your perceptions, decisions, and actions in profound ways. Remember, this is an ongoing journey. Embracing lifelong learning is crucial for continued growth and evolution. Stay curious, always open to new insights and deeper understandings. The principles of detachment and inner mastery are timeless, but your application of them will evolve as you grow and as your circumstances change. Be prepared to adapt these practices to new situations and challenges. Life is constantly changing, and your practice should be flexible enough to change with it. What works for you now might need adjustment in the future. Stay attuned to your inner experiences and be willing to modify your approach as needed. As you continue on this path, you'll likely find yourself naturally inspiring others. Your calm presence, clear thinking, and ability to navigate life's challenges with grace will not go unnoticed. Without even trying, you'll become a living example of the power of detachment and inner mastery. This ripple effect extends beyond your immediate circle. As more people embrace these principles, we can collectively create a more conscious, compassionate, and effective world. Your personal journey of detachment and inner mastery contributes to a larger shift in human consciousness. And now, as we conclude this book, I want to share with you the ultimate secret, the highest payoff of this journey. It's a truth so profound that it has the power to revolutionize not just your life, but your very understanding of existence. The ultimate secret is this: you are not your thoughts, your emotions, or your circumstances. You are the awareness that observes and experiences all of these. In fully realizing this truth, you unlock a level of freedom and power beyond anything you've experienced before. This realization is the pinnacle of detachment and inner mastery. It's the recognition that your essential nature is boundless awareness, untouched by the comings and goings of thoughts, feelings, and external events. From this place of pure awareness, you can engage with life fully while remaining unattached to outcomes. In this state, success becomes effortless because you're no longer driven by the ego's need for achievement or validation. Instead, you act from a place of alignment with your deepest truth. Your actions become expressions of your authentic self rather than attempts to prove your worth or fill a void. This is not just philosophical theory, it's a lived experience that transforms every aspect of your existence. From this place of ultimate detachment, you paradoxically become more effective in the world. You act with clarity, purpose, and power, unhindered by fear, doubt, or attachment to results. Your relationships deepen because you're able to see and accept others as they are, without the distortions of your own needs and projections. Your creativity flourishes because you're tapped into the infinite wellspring of universal consciousness. Your impact on the world expands because you become a clear channel for higher wisdom and inspired action. This, then, is the ultimate promise of the detachment paradox. By letting go completely, you gain everything. By detaching from the limited identity of the ego, you open to the infinite potential of your true nature. This is the key to not just success, but to a life of profound meaning, joy, and fulfillment. As you close this book and continue on your journey, carry these truths with you. Let them be the guiding light that illuminates your path. Remember, every moment is an opportunity to practice detachment, to choose awareness over reactivity, to align with your highest self. Yet, as you master the art of letting go, you may encounter a new challenge, finding joy in simplicity. How can you be truly content when external circumstances seem lacking? The answer lies in cultivating a profound sense of inner abundance. To fully harness the power of detachment and achieve lasting happiness, discover the secrets revealed in the audiobook, Inner Abundance: How to Be Happy with Nothing. Tap the center of the video now to continue your transformation journey.